Kids change everything, but they don't have to change your bond. Tonight we open with something simple and brave, staying connected during parenting when the day has already taken so much from you. Picture a kitchen after bedtime, a sink full of bottles, the hum of the dishwasher like steady rain. You lean on the counter, look at each other, and wonder if love can still feel like the two of you. A few months after their second child, Maya and Jordan found themselves speaking in appointments and reminders. The calendar ran their marriage like a stern manager who never smiled. One Tuesday in a small Illinois town, they paused at the bottom of the stairs and noticed they had not touched all day. That realization hurt more than the mess. They decided on a small experiment. No grand promises, no overnight transformation, just a practice they could keep on a Tuesday. They would thread tiny stitches of closeness through their busiest hours, and they would not wait for a perfect moment to begin. Welcome to Whispered Hearts, English, where we meet you in the ordinary and help you create something extraordinary. This is a space for US couples who want intimacy that fits real life. Our stories move at a human pace, with room for breath and honest emotion. If you're tired and hopeful, you're in the right place. The first thread is the smallest, a micro moment. Research shows short bursts of positive attention can protect a relationship under stress. That can be a 3-second shoulder squeeze before daycare drop-off. It can be a text that says, thinking of your smile after that meeting, not just, pick up wipes. These micro moments work because they honor the nervous system. Therapists report that steady, predictable warmth calms the body and clears space for better conversations. You do not need a long lunch or a weekend away to offer that signal. You need 10 seconds of real presence, delivered often. Maya taped a small note to the coffee maker that read, "Look at him like you mean it." It made her laugh, but it also made her pause. Jordan changed his phone lock screen to a photo from a summer evening ball game, the sky still golden, their hands sticky with lemonade. He looked at it before he came through the door. Here's something to try the next school morning. Stand in the doorway for one breath before you rush out. Let your eyes meet. Let your voice go softer. Whisper one line of appreciation about the other's parenting, even if the sink is full. Have you noticed how your energy changes when you receive one sincere sentence? There is a quieter reason this first thread matters. The way you greet each other teaches your kids about love. They watch your tone in the hallway and your sigh at the stove. When you choose a gentle touch in the middle of tasks, you are giving them a model for future closeness. What would that model look like in your home this week? But here's the paradox that pulls many couples apart. Time together gets planned last, and therefore happens never. Yet the relationship is the engine pulling the whole train. There is a second thread, and it asks for protection. Set aside us time, like you would a doctor's appointment you cannot miss. This is not selfish. It is maintenance. Think of it as relationship resilience during parenting, a way to keep your core stable while the schedule keeps shifting. Protected time works best when it is specific and honest. If you have only 20 minutes after bedtime, call it what it is and design it with care. Light a candle at the kitchen table on a cold January night and share one sweet treat. Or sit on the porch in late May, spring rain soft on the sidewalks, and ask each other, what felt heavy and what felt good today? Some couples hear date night and think of logistics that make them tired. You can redefine it. Protect a daily micro date and a weekly mini date. The daily one is 10 minutes without phones. The weekly one is 40 minutes of something gentle, like a slow walk through the neighborhood or a grocery run that turns into a laughing tour of the snack aisle. A protected pocket of time is even more powerful with a ritual. Try a 2-question ritual that never changes. What do you need more of from me this week? What did I do well as your partner? Keep the answers short and appreciative. Then choose one small support action each. Let's plant a retention hook here. Imagine your next 7 days if that 10-minute micro-date actually happened every night, no matter what. How would your tone shift by day 3 and your patience by day 5? What would this look like for you starting tonight? Here is a curiosity twist that might surprise you. The key to making time is not only willpower, it is reducing friction. When we lower the effort required to begin, the ritual repeats itself with less resistance. What is one obstacle you can remove right now so your connection time starts faster? You can reduce friction by preparing a tiny tray the night before. Place 2 mugs, tea bags, and a small notebook on it, ready for a quick debrief. If you are the first awake, move the tray to the counter where it cannot be ignored. This is not romantic in the cinematic sense. It is romantic in the real sense, which is consistency. Another way is to anchor connection to a recurring cue. Maybe the cue is the dishwasher's chime or the sound of the garage door closing. When that sound happens, you find each other. You share one warm line, one shoulder touch, and one small plan for the next day. It becomes muscle memory like brushing your teeth. Midway through their experiment, Maya and Jordan had a fight about chores that felt familiar and tired. They were both right and both worn down. They took a breath and used their ritual anyway. "I need more shared cleanup after dinner," she said carefully. "I need 15 quiet minutes after I get home," he said gently. This was a repair, not a win. Healthy repair after conflict opens a safe lane back toward each other. They named the hurt without blame, and they chose a specific action. He would set a timer for 15 minutes of quiet after work. She would choose 2 nights a week where cleanup was her lead, and he would take the other nights. They hugged in the hallway, where the light was soft. Repairs work better when you have a simple script already agreed upon. Try this one after the next sharp moment. "I care more about us than about being right. Here is what I heard. Here is what I can do. What would help you right now? Keep your voice slower than your heart. Sometimes disconnection disguises itself as problem-solving that is actually scorekeeping. The third thread turns problem-solving into a team sport. You and your partner are not opponents debating whose day was harder. You are co-captains scanning a shared field and calling plays together. Begin with a 5-minute huddle as soon as the house gets quiet. Open a notes app titled Team Weekly. List the 3 biggest friction points for the next 72 hours. Childcare coverage, commute gaps, and budget stress often sit at the top. Agree on a plan that gives each partner one place to breathe. Team plans ask for clarity about thresholds. Decide your red zones when you are least generous, like weekday mornings or post-practice evenings. Decide your green zones when you have more patience, like Saturday mid-morning after coffee or a summer evening under the backyard string lights. Trade tasks to match those zones. Create a language for overloaded moments. A simple phrase like switch hats can signal a shift from worker to parent to lover. Another phrase like 2-minute reset can give permission to step outside, feel the crisp winter air on your cheeks, and return with a calmer body. Couples who practice these resets report fewer spirals and faster recoveries. Place another retention hook here. What would change if you had a 2-minute reset phrase ready for your next heated moment? Could it save the night from slipping into silence? Would it help you both feel safer? Where could you write that phrase so you see it when you need it most? Team problem solving also benefits from a weekly budget of kindness. That budget is a small list of gestures you can afford, even on hard days. Leave a sticky note on the steering wheel. Warm a blanket in the dryer before a chilly school morning. Put the good snacks on the highest shelf and write, "For the grown-ups." There is something even quieter holding love together, and it often gets overlooked. Identity does not disappear when you become parents. If each person keeps one small piece of personal joy alive, the relationship gets more oxygen. You are less likely to resent the partnership when your own self still has color. So give each other permission for solo time without apology. Genuine support sounds like, "I want you to take that hour to run by the lake," or "Go read at the cafe, I've got dinner." This is not losing yourself for the other's dreams. It is lifting each other up while staying visible. The reward is deeper, co-parenting intimacy when you rejoin. Identity care flows into intimacy because desire follows aliveness. You cannot pour from an empty cup, and you cannot flirt from a dry well. Keep a tiny list called "Things That Bring Me Back to Me." Share it with your partner so they can help. This is US couples advice you can actually use before Friday. Let's renew our focus with another hook. Picture a Sunday night where you both feel spent but not bitter. You are sitting on the couch with a soft throw, the dishwasher humming, and the kids' shoes finally lined up. What if you each had 1 hour that day for something that lights you up? Could you taste more tenderness at bedtime because of it? This is where we pause for a breath of belonging. If you are listening and thinking, "We keep trying and slipping," you are not alone here. Whispered hearts. English exists to give you a safe place to start again tomorrow. We honor the stumbles as much as the victories, because that is how real relationships grow. Now let's return to the small acts that change the week. Protect bedtime check-ins from the glow of endless scrolling. Phone down, eyes up, voice warm. Ask, "What did you appreciate about me today?" And wait for the answer, as if it were the only thing on your calendar. Bring your senses back into the room to anchor the moment. Notice the cinnamon in the evening tea. Hear the backyard crickets on a summer night. Feel the worn cotton of your favorite hoodie as you lean against the doorframe. Sensory attention keeps your mind from drifting into tomorrow's list. Seasons can help you remember that love has a rhythm. Autumn invites slower walks through leaf-lined streets and longer hugs at the door. Winter invites shared blankets and soups that steam the windows. Spring invites porch talks after a light rain and the scent of wet pavement. Summer invites late-night laughter on the back steps, feet bare, stars bright. Drop another retention hook with the seasons in mind. Which season feels kindest to your relationship right now? What small ritual could you graft onto it this week? Is it a winter movie night under a heavy quilt, or a spring drive with the windows cracked and a silly playlist? Of course, there will be nights when none of this seems to fit. A fever, a deadline, a tantrum in a parking lot can erase your best intentions. On those nights, choose the smallest act that still signals love. A hand on a shoulder while you both clean up. A soft, "Thank you for being here," as you turn out the lights. And when voices rise, as they sometimes will, Practice a repair that uses both empathy and action. Try. I heard the edge in my voice. I'm sorry I scared you. I'm going to lower my volume and slow down. Can we start again? Then follow it with a concrete step, like washing the bottles so the other can sit for 5 minutes without a task. You can also plan for future stress. Put a storm plan on the fridge with 3 lines only. Go to neutral corners for 5 minutes. Return with 1 appreciation and 1 request. Choose a single next step and write it on a sticky note. The plan keeps you from improvising when emotions run hot. Let's give the week a closing ritual that marks you as partners, not just parents. Every Sunday night, write a short letter to each other that starts with, "I saw you." Write about the way your partner calmed a meltdown in the cereal aisle or laughed at a joke that was not very good. Place the letters in a small wooden box on the bookshelf. Read them when the week feels long. The quiet power of these practices is that they travel with you. They fit into a minivan in a school pickup line. They fit into a tiny apartment with thin walls and neighbors who stomp. They even fit into hotel rooms on work trips, carried in your voice and your eyes. Love is portable when you keep it small and steady. Let's pause for one more engagement moment to anchor your next step. Which single practice from tonight do you want to test for 7 days? Is it the microdate after bedtime, the 2-minute reset phrase, or the weekly huddle? Tell us in the comments so other parents can try it too. If you are co-parenting after a tough season, tenderness might feel awkward at first. That is normal. Humor helps soften the first attempt. Leave a note on the fridge that says, "Tonight's date, couch, blanket, our best jokes, and 5 minutes of eye contact that is not a staring contest." Protect your sleep like a shared project. Fatigue steals patience faster than anything. Trade mornings and nights in a way that feels fair for your household. Write it down so your tired mind does not have to remember. Wake each other gently, even when the alarm came too soon. And remember to keep romance alive with kids by showing desire with kindness. Flirt in the kitchen when the kids are building forts in the living room. Brush past each other in the hallway and let your hand linger 1 second longer. Tell your partner something you find beautiful about them that has nothing to do with parenting. As your children grow, let them see you repair, laugh, and choose one another. Tell them, "Mum and Dad are talking right now. We'll help you in a minute," and then return with patience. They will learn that love has boundaries that keep it strong. They will also learn that adults can apologize and keep going. Before we close, breathe with me for 4 counts in and 6 counts out. The house might be loud tomorrow. The inbox might be stubborn. But this breath belongs to you, and the next gentle choice belongs to both of you. You can always return to these threads when the day has been long. You have everything you need to keep weaving. You have small moments, protected time, and a team plan that respects both of you. You have a way to repair, to laugh, and to stay visible as whole people. You have a home that can hold both family stress and love. We're grateful you shared this time with us. If this story touched something tender, remember that whispered hearts. English is a community that understands busy lives and big feelings. We keep our advice practical and our compassion large. Come back when you need another gentle push toward each other. In the end, the goal is simple and strong. Keep your bond at the center while you guide your children at the edges. Keep choosing small acts that build emotional connection for parents on ordinary days. And keep staying connected during parenting with kindness, protection, and a team heart that never forgets you are lovers as well as parents.